YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at our FC24 investments with fodder. When should you be selling it? Can you still be buying it? We'll also be looking at a few fantasy cards and what content to expect in the next couple days. But before we get into all that, we're going to talk about content today on Sunday.
If you want to have millions of coins in eafc like me, go to u7buy.com for cheap, fast, and reliable coins. Make sure you use code TEDDY at checkout to get 6% off your order. Link is in the description down below.
Content today on Sunday was pretty solid. We knew the Icon SBC was on the way and fodder went up a lot. It was a very good idea to sell the fodder if you had it. The high rated fodder, it's all up in price. It's back down a little bit now. We do have more player SBCs on the way. We do have this SBC refreshing as well on Wednesday. So if you want to hold until then, that will be fine, but definitely on Wednesday, I would be looking to sell, but here's the Icon. 88 plus Thunderstruck Winter Wildcard or Team of the Year Icon player pick. It is pretty solid. We did a few of them on stream. We were getting a lot of good goalies. If you don't have a goalie, these things were just printing goalkeepers. Thunderstruck Casillas, Thunderstruck Van der Sar. I think the best player we ended up getting was the center back Yashin, who is a really solid card. So nice SBC. If you have the fodder, I don't think I'd be like, hey, I'm going to go spend 500k to go out and do this, but I would be okay with doing this if I crafted it and I had some fodder in my club. 85, 87, 87, 88. What did we buy? You can see in the bottom left corner, I didn't get rid of it. 87's at 10k, 88's at 15k. Before content drop, 88's were pretty much 20,000 coins, and 87's, I believe, were 14,000 coins. So big increase there, big jump. And that was going into content. So a lot of people before this SBC even came out, because they saw the leak of the SBC coming, were just buying fodder to either invest or to prepare to do the SBC themselves. So if you bought fodder, awesome. It's still up in price, but it is down a little bit from what it was at content drop. And that was the Icon SBC of the day. The Icon player SBC that we got was Makalele. We knew this was coming. EA, they have the graphic showing what SBCs are coming out every day. I just got a Twitter message. What do we got? We can look at that later. Actually, nothing of importance. Makalele. What do we have? A 9 squad SBC for this card. Really solid. He has made midfielders on this game come down quite a bit. If you go and look on Flippin', I'll pull it up. You can tell if an SBC is very good value. A lot of people are going to do it based on how the market moves. And we've seen it when we've gotten a really good center back SBC. We've seen it when we've gotten, we've just seen it with this midfielder. So look at midfielders on this game. I guess we can look at Marquisio as well. I don't know. He's a live card though, so it could have been affected by the fact that he's a live card. Maybe something happened. He didn't get his upgrade that was expected. But Essien, what happened? Team of the Year Essien. He was 1.2 mil before content drop and dropped all the way down to 720k. What's that? Like a 500k drop down tremendously. Any other midfielders that we can look at? Center mid Keane is down. Any other big center mids down in price? Vieira, French center mid, 865k. How much was he before content drop? 1.2 mil, just like Essien, down massively. It's just a lot of people are going out and doing this Makalele SBC. It's not saying how much he is. 500k on the Icon player pick, but Makalele, 0 coins. I don't know if Flippin's not working, but you can see as well, like to dislike ratio, 90% upvotes. So a lot of people definitely like it, and it's a good looking card. It's a very, very good looking card. If we look at his stats in game, he's 5'9", so he's on the shorter side, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, so that's what you would prefer. And I mean, play style wise, really solid. He's got almost every defensive play style. He's got quick step plus, so he's going to be very fast, relentless, so he'll be lasting you the game. Press proven's really solid as well. It's a good card. It's a really solid card. I would imagine he's going to feel like N'Golo Kante in game. He's smaller. He's going to move fairly well. I think he should be. He's got Bruiser as well, so that's his playstyle plus. That should make him really strong. I mean, small, really strong. He might be a very solid card in game. I mean, we can see on Flip, and it seems like a lot of people like him. I did his loan, so I can try him out, but I haven't played yet today. I wasn't able to stream for a long time today. I think it was like an hour stream. And that was the icon player SBC of the day. Makalele looking very solid. Dub. EA are killing it with these SBCs. We started off with the Socrates. We had the Yoshida, cheap but really solid. We had the Roberto Carlos. We had the Makalele today. Tomorrow is Quadrado. If Quadrado tomorrow is very good value, which he could be, you could see right backs come down in price if it is a very good SBC. So we'll see. Depends on what EA wants to do. These SBCs have been somewhat decent so far. Secret stuff. Let's talk about this evolution. It's cool. I don't necessarily think it's that worth it. It's 200,000 coins. It's not cheap. This is an expensive evolution. If we look at the most popular options of it, we have Sun. I didn't realize. Oh, people are putting Gold Sun. Oh, I didn't see that one. 5-star Gold Sun. Honestly, would I pay 200K for that? Probably not. But hey, if you want a cheap version of Foot Birthday Sun, you can just put his gold in and you get a 5-star Sonaldo. Not too shabby. Okay, cool. So seems like Sun is one of the most popular ones. Glizzy is fairly popular. What do we got? Train? No, that's not one of them. But basically what I'm saying is it's just I don't think it's that worth it with but for it to cost 200K, I don't think it's that worth it. Simple as that. 200,000 coins. Yeah, that's it. I just don't think it's that worth it costing 200,000 coins. And yeah, I'm not going to keep saying the same thing all over again. So let's talk about investments. Let's talk about the market. We came into this Foot Birthday promo saying, guys, be very careful if you have tradable cards in your team. It's not a time I'd really want to be holding too many tradables. If your card was in re-release, you got cooked. 5-star skillers got released back into packs. They crashed. Like someone like Putelas dropped almost like a mil, I think, like massive drop-offs. Also, cards are just dropping in price because it's the Foot Birthday promo. We just saw it with the midfielder Makalele coming out, made some center mids come down in price. Did that make Declan Rice drop? We could maybe Declan Rice is down a little bit. Declan Rice down in price. Declan Rice down in price. I meant to do that. Yeah, Declan Rice was 2.76 mil, almost 2.8 mil before content dropped all the way down to 2.3. Rebounded to almost 2.5, and he's back down at 2.35. Yeah, and we have more SBCs on the way. There's more SBCs coming. We can take a peek real quick, actually. We have a right back. He could be right mid. He's one of those players that's like right back, right mid. Quadrado. Tomorrow, we have Openda. On Tuesday, it says twin SBCs, so I don't know. I have no idea. Does Openda is he related to somebody? Hold on. It says twin SBC. Oh, nah, I know what it's going to be. It's going to be an Openda with 5-star skills or an Openda with 5-star weak foot. You get to choose. That's what that's going to be. And that's a good, this guy can be nasty. You see his stats right here. Look at his, is this road to the final or road to the knockout? I don't know. This road to the knockout. It's going to be better than this card. Obviously, they're going to make his SBC better than the card he currently has. So let's think maybe like 89, 90 overall. So what is that? 98 pace, 88 shooting, slap 5-star skills or 5-star weak foot on the card. If it's cheap, that's going to hurt strikers on the game. So it's Foot Birthday, guys. We went over this. It's not a good time to be holding tradable players in your team. Early shout. We just had a 5-star skill move re-release for Foot Birthday Team 2. Be careful of a 5-star weak foot re-release. So if you have tradable players with 5-star weak foot in your team, you might want to sell them because if they were to get re-released, you'd get cooked. They'd crash in price. So just be very careful. Amin Hadith, I don't think he's that crazy of a card. Not sure if we need to worry about that. Alex Grimaldo could be really solid for left backs. We've talked about that card with Tella. How much is Tella, by the way? If Tella's down, we talked about as well the Icon SBC causing a bit of panic. if there was any panic because of that icon SBC, you could actually look to trade with it. Tell us up in price. We were looking at this guy when he was what, like 60K? Did he drop it all today? He actually did drop today down to about 60,000 coins again, and he's up at 65, 67. Grimaldo coming on Thursday, so that should help that card rise even more. So we were just talking about the market. Just be careful with tradable players in your team. Basically, I do think we might see a little bit of a rebound into the week on some cards, but a right back with Cuadrado, right backs could get hurt. With the striker, with the Openda, strikers could get hurt. It just depends on how EA make the SBC. If it's way too expensive, no one's going to do it. It's not going to affect anything on the market. But if it's cheap, it's very good value, stuff will drop 100%. Fantasy cards. I want to talk about these. Lima Lu. Guys, these are all based on live games. They're based on live games. It depends on what happens in real life. Lima Lu, brother, why are you doing this to us? He did not win today, so now he has one game left, and it's March 31st. We have to wait for this game, and if he doesn't win that game, he's going to an 89. He's going to an 89 overall card at the moment. 89s are 26K, so on Wednesday he'll be going to an 89 because he got the 3 games played, and then we have to wait till the 31st for his next game, so that sucks. It's live cards. It's as simple as that. You're gambling with live cards. A little unfortunate on this one. The second place team in Ligue 1, and their last 2 games they haven't won. I think they drew 1-1 today, so he's down because of that, because they did not win when they were expected to win, but they are also expected to win this game. So if you want to wait for that, you can, but it's, these are live games. You are gambling on live games. It's not guaranteed that they are going to win. They won their first game. I'd be shocked if they go 3 games. The second place team in Ligue 1, if they go 3 games without winning 1, that's just tough. That's tough luck there. Marmouche played, so he's going to a 90 overall. He's still cheap, which is kind of weird to me. Pascarou played. They won 3-1. Stanway, long term. I mean, if she gets her upgrade, she'll do really good. There's not a crazy amount of things for me to be updating. The main one was really just the Lima Lu, because they failed to win today. We've already talked about Pedro Porro, how they need to score 4 against Luton. If they run up the goals against Luton Town, Pedro Porro is going to go right back up in price fast. But you have to wait for that game. So that's the fantasy cards. Not a crazy amount of stuff to update. And it's just, remember, guys, they are live. Fantasy cards are live cards. You can't always predict what happens in real life. Would most people gamble on Lima Lu's team to win 1 in their next 3? Yeah, a lot of people would. But is that guaranteed? No. And as you can see, there's only 1 game left. So not looking super hot there. Onto this fodder. It's a little tricky because we already bought fodder. It already rose. And now we're in a point where like, okay, what's going to be coming out? What should I be buying? I will say tomorrow on Monday, maybe we see a little bit more of a rise potentially. We should be getting some sort of SBC tomorrow. We always usually get SBCs on Monday. Monday's upgrade SBC day. Excuse me. We usually get brand new player picks. We get some sort of decent upgrade SBC. Does anything expire tomorrow on Monday? That's usually a good sign that we should be getting something. Let's take a peek. What? The 80 plus player pick expires, so something's going to replace that. Do we have anything? There's nothing expiring tomorrow on Monday, so maybe we don't get something, but I would assume we do. Usually Monday we get some sort of SBC, and then Tuesday we get the party bag type player pick. You can see this one right here that expires on Tuesday. We should get something to replace that for sure. This thing sucks, so I hope they actually give us something decent. Now, fodder that you could potentially still be buying. We do have the 82 times 20 every single day refreshing. I told you guys in the previous video, hey, 85s are 5K. They went from 4K to 5K. I said you can still pick these up for 5K. They're probably just going to keep rising because that 82 times 20 every single day refreshing. It's an 85 overall squad. They're up to 6K, and my point still stands. I think they just keep rising. I will say, after tomorrow on Monday, I'd say Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, I would look to be selling because tomorrow, Monday, is Foot Champs is over. So then the supply from Foot Champs is gone. And usually supply dries up and stuff starts to go up a bit more in that Tuesday, Wednesday window. But I do not, we've talked about it, I do not want to hold fodder into Thursday. Why do I not want to hold fodder into Thursday? Rival rewards changed. EA changed rival rewards and they juiced it. So in rival rewards, there's a lot of potential fodder supply. And I don't want to risk holding fodder into this first set of rival rewards. We'll see how the market's going to move on Thursday based on these rewards. We talked about it in, I think it was yesterday's video. It could go either way, as in I got to do the reward upgrade, and here we go. So 87 plus times 4 tradable, 85 plus times 7 tradable. This could bring a lot of supply to fodder on Thursday and make it drop. These rewards are really solid, but it depends on what people take, because if people don't take tradable and they go untradable, that means they're going to get a good amount of fodder, and with that fodder, they're going to use it to go complete some SBCs, but they might have to buy 1 or 2 extra players, and fodder could actually go up in price. It's just really going to depend, are people going to be taking these rewards tradable, or are they going to be taking them untradable? It's as simple as that. So I don't want to take that gamble going into Thursday. I'm not risking that. I want to sell my fodder before Thursday. It's as simple as that. So Wednesday, definitely selling your fodder. 100% going to be selling the fodder on Wednesday. Now, what can you still be buying? Nothing really requiring 84s at the moment, but we've talked about it. Whenever 84s are like 14, 13, you can get them on bid for fairly cheap. It's not a bad investment because the lowest they can go to is 1,100 coins, so they can't really drop more. If you're on a low budget, picking up some of these 84s for 1,300 coins on bid, it should be doable. I don't mind that. 85s below 6K, 5.8 right here. You can see if you can get them below 5.8, I'd say, okay, they're probably just going to keep rising as the week goes on. 86s, they're up a good amount. So this is a tricky one. I'm not too sure on the 86s, the 87s and the 88s. Let's talk about these. Probably should have sold today. If you are going to buy these, I'd say try to get as close to 11K as possible. If you're trying to buy the 88s, 16K, try to get as close to that as possible. I know it's going to be hard, but like you're just kind of late to the investment. I'd say you could look into something like some of these, the promo cards, like Sorloth. If this dude is 24K, and 88, 89 fodder is 26K, you could potentially buy Sorloth and lazy list. Potentially lazy listing some of these cards might be decent. And like Frankowski or Felipe Anderson, if you can get these guys for cheap and list, like, let's say you can get some of these 87s for 11.25 and you can lazy list for like 12.75, you can make some decent coins per card. So keep an eye on some of these 87s. Try to get as close to 11K. It's just tricky because like you got to overpay a little bit, and then all the fodder you're just selling on Wednesday. But we'll see what we get tomorrow on Monday. If you pick up some of that fodder, it could rise with whatever SBCs come out Monday and Tuesday. We should be getting something. Also, we're getting player SBCs, so that could help some of this fodder rise if they are good. The player SBCs have to be good to a point where people are going to do them to make fodder go up a little bit. So that's the fodder situation. We don't really know what's coming up the next few days. We've already bought our fodder. If you haven't bought anything, it's a little tricky right now. I don't think you need to necessarily force yourself to buy anything. Buying players for your team is a little scary because a lot of stuff in the market is dropping. It's a tough spot if you didn't buy fodder, you don't have fantasy cards at the moment. Out of all of them, I'd say the 85s potentially look the best. If I'd say safest potentially because of that 82 times 20 everyday refreshing. Just to go through these filters again, your filter for 84s right now is probably going to look something like that. 1100, 1300, 99, 10K. That's what you would do for 84s. Looks like they're bidding 1300, so that's not that bad. If you're on a low budget, 1300 on 84s, I'd say go for it. And then 85s, you're going to have something like this. What are they? Are they 6K? Yeah, so they're pushing 6K. So I'm going to increase this all the way to, let's go 5.8. And then I think you can go like that. And that should include, that should pop up with some 85s. Yeah, there you go. So That's your filter for 85s. They're not going to be, it's not going to be like strictly 85s popping up. You're going to have quite a few other cards, but you can go through, find some 85s. You can also just pick an 85 in bid or pick an 85 in snipe. I mean, I could maybe increase this to like 5K. Would this give us a few more? Okay, yeah, a few more 85s pop up when we do that. So that's the situation. If you want to buy anything, I think the most like safe type route is the 85s. You could try to do some flips, but that's always risky, especially when it's FUT birthday. There's a lot of SBCs that come out. It's risky. It's all I'm saying. It's as simple as that. It's not safe to be doing some of these flips, but you can do it. You can see, it seems like we had a low point and we're seeing a bit of a rebound from just the market index, but let's take a peek. You just go onto the market, you look market index, you can look for cards that are down in price. It's just risky to do this. You can get cooked if you don't know what you're doing. Let's see. So we have Shababale. Did this guy fit in evolution potentially? Let's see. Holy crap. Okay, so he's down a good chunk. 70, he went from 103 down to 73, 75, but like you got to find out why this card dropped. Why did he drop so much? Because that's a massive dip. But I don't want to go into that too much. You got to find cards that are low. Why are they low? You can also get deals. You can try to hop on some bidding filters and get deals. 10, 20, 30, 40, 40 is a decent filter. Filters like that. If you're on a higher budget, you can go min buy now 100K max price. You don't even need to do a max price, to be honest. You can up the min price to like 30K. This should give you a lot of higher end cards to look out for bids. You're really just going to look for a card with a bid. If it doesn't have a bid, I wouldn't even look at it. So just keep going, keep going, keep going. Look for a card with a bid. There's so many ways you can make filters to find cards for bids. So right there, you get a Bergkamp 166. That's a new card. You want old cards. Old promo cards is where you can get deals. That's a coin transfer. Just wanted to share this filter. You just keep going. You got to find a card with the bid. It's as simple as that. That's how some of these filters work. And then look them up on FootBin. See if they're up in price, if they're down in price, if you can get a deal on bid. And it's as simple as that. This on PC, doing something like this on PC, you can make so much. It's stupid. The amount of coins you can make on PC trading like this and looking at bids is wild. Right here, Pirlo sells for 91K. 87K bid, not touching it. But that's all you do. You just look up on FootBin, see right here, and that's it. So wanted to share that. Now, expected content, we talked about it. Tomorrow, Monday, upgrade SBCs. Tuesday, some sort of party bag player pick. Wednesday, brand new team of the week. Thursday, rival rewards, marquee matchups in that Grimaldo SBC. And then Friday is Team 2. It's going to be interesting, guys, with Team 2. We're going to see if we get leaks. Do leaks continue? We don't know at the moment. What's going on with leaks on this game? It seems like they're not really happening at the moment. But that's it, guys. Any questions about this video? Comment section down below. My trading Discord, Twitch live stream description down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.